Mars here. Today we're going to talk about 3 coffee brewing methods that are simple enough you can make at home. We're going to do French press, we're going to do a Chemex brew, and then we're going to do a pour over. The 2 most important things you want to make sure you have on hand are fresh coffee beans and hot water. When preparing any coffee, especially French press, you want to make sure that you fresh ground your coffee right before you use it. We're going to be using our Testarossa house blend coffee today. For French press coffee, given the amount of time that the coffee and the water are going to be in contact with one another, you want to have a relatively coarse grind. The grind's going to look somewhat similar to big pieces of sand or coarse salt. So, very simple. Take your ground coffee, pour it into your French press, take your fresh water. You don't want it to be boiling, you want it to be somewhere just off boil. So about 200, 195 to 205 is really what is recommended. Once the coffee is immersed with the water, now is when you enter the steep time. And you're going to steep a French press for about 4 minutes. You want to put the plunger on the top, but you don't want to press down yet. You want to let the coffee steep. After 4 minutes, what you want to do is you want to gently press down on the plunger. You're done steeping your coffee, pour yourself a nice cup of French press coffee and enjoy. The next method that we're going to do is pour over. Pour over's been around for about 100 years, and what we do here is we fold the filters along the seams, and then what we do is we put it into the preheated filter cone, and then we're going to wet the filter so that we remove any paper flavor that the filter may impart into our coffee. We're going to grind our coffee, and this time we're going to grind it with a slightly finer grind. Into your pre-wet and preheated filter cone, we're going to add the fresh ground coffee beans. I'm just going to set it right on top of that cup, just like that. And when we pour, we're going to pour it in such a fashion that it wets the coffee beans uniformly and simultaneously. This is a very important step because we don't want to over extract or take not enough of the coffee flavor into the coffee. We're going to let it sit there, and right now it is giving off some CO2, some carbon dioxide that occurs during the roasting process. And this is what we call the bloom. After the coffee is bloomed, we're going to pour so that we extract the coffee evenly. The water is going to pull the coffee down up against the filter cone, and it's going to extract the coffee the coffee flavor as it is being pulled down. Similar to pour over, and equally as simple to use, it's simple to make, is Chemex. Now, Chemex, you'll notice that the filter is slightly thicker. So what you're going to get when you make a Chemex coffee is you're going to get a flavor that is slightly deeper than what you would get with a pour over. And wet your paper filter to remove any of the paper flavor that may be imparted. Now, while making Chemex, you're going to start with, again, a slightly coarse grind. Add your freshly ground coffee. We're going to wet the coffee evenly and simultaneously, and then we're going to stop. Once again, we're going to let that coffee bloom. After the coffee is bloomed for 30 to 40 seconds, you want to pour at a rate that is not going to be too fast. You really want to make sure that you are not floating the coffee beans and letting gravity and the Chemex do its job. I've just shown you 3 simple brewing methods that you can try for yourself at home to make great tasting coffee. But I really encourage you to try different brewing methods and different beans from different origins to see what really resonates with you. The most important thing, though, is to have fun with it. It's only coffee.